I personally think it's funny for me to be teaching, but a client asked, so here we go. This is the move. I'm specifically teaching the underhand version of the movement first. I think it's a little bit easier. You're pulling up toward your center and with my thumb pointing toward the yellow tip of the staff. And I'm going to start with the tool behind me as if my two thumbs are together. And what I'm now doing is rotating my body so that I can really consider what is to my left, my front. And my side planes are parallel to the mirror and the camera. I'm starting with the thumb tip behind me, so the yellow tip is going to do half a rotation to in front of me, then another half of a rotation behind me as I rotate my body and I open my hips the other way. Then bring the staff up one more time here, and at this point the thumb is still behind me pointing to the front. So you've actually gone, it's 4 positions, but 3 actual half a rotation, so 1.5 rotations around. And then at this point, taking the tool and putting the pinky of the right hand on the yellow side of the stick, rotating the hand again so the yellow side comes up, half a rotation, then down, back to the front, then over the top, back to your starting position, and then you hand it back off to the left hand. So the left hand thumb is still on the yellow tip. So it's half, over, and another half, thumb to thumb switch, half, over, and another half, thumb to thumb switch, half and over, come down and around, switch, up on the yellow side, then back down, and then switch. Then as you start to feel it, you'll move into it. Now, if you look at my feet, what I'm doing is I'm holding my weight mostly on my right leg, and I'm stepping forward and back, opening my hips like this, so I'll show you the back view. Opening my hips like this, so that I can get the staff to slip around the side of my body and get around my kind of ample buttocks. So that helps me. You could also do it where you're holding your left foot there and you're stepping with your right, like this. Then once you're done with this movement, once you can feel it in underhand, then you can start doing the same thing you were basically doing, only in overhand. So in this case, instead of coming down like this, you go up and over. And what I actually think was helpful for me was starting, because I think this is more awkward. I know other people have told me that, but I definitely think it's more awkward. Starting by doing, the same thing that you do in front of your body. Start by doing the same basic crossover behind your back so that you can get used to that sensation with each of the hands. I mean, and that is the same movement, it's just not switching the hands, which once you switch the hands, you can add the extra rotations like this. See, I don't practice this enough. Then you can start adding the two together. So I turned from overhand to underhand, and now back to overhand. Turning, 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 all the way up. Back the other way. And back's on fire. Again. Anyway, behind the back lead.